Thank you very much, Mr. Laganovsky. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I would like to start by thanking, first of all, the Latvian Patent and Trademark Office, and particularly its president, Mr. Sandris Laganovsky, for taking the initiative to organize this event in Riga and for having invited us, the EU IPO, to take part and to be associated with such organization, to mark the Intellectual Property Day and to recognize and honor those entrepreneurs that work in innovative ways, contributing decisively for the reinforcement of our economy in the European Union and for the well-being of citizens across Europe, but also beyond the borders of Europe. It is a true pleasure for me to be here today, representing the European Union Intellectual Property Office with all of you to celebrate in such an important occasion also the 25th anniversary of the Latvian Patent and Trademark Office. I would like to congratulate the Latvian Patent and Trademark Office for this anniversary, congratulate its president, Mr. Sandris Laganovsky, and all the staff of the Latvian Patent Office that have contributed during these last 25 years for the reinforcement of the IP system here in Latvia, but also contributing for the reinforcement of the IP system in the European Union, participating actively in our governing bodies of the EU IPO. Thank you very much for that and congratulations from our side. But also to contribute, to disseminate and raise awareness about the importance of the intellectual property system. At times like this, when sometimes political, economic and social uncertainty seems to have monopolized the news cycle across the world, one should also look at a positive contribution of IP for the European economy. It was in this context that the EU IPO, together with the European Patent Organization, conducted recently a study on the positive impact of IP-intensive industries in the economy of Europe. The main findings of this study are quite surprising. I would say that more than 42% of the total economic activity in the European Union is generated by IP rights intensive industries, but also that nearly 1 in 4 EU jobs stem from industries with a higher than average use of IP rights. And those jobs, incidentally, are also better paid. Average wages are more than 46% higher than in other industries which don't use IP rights intensively. Also, around 90% of all the exports in the European Union are closely associated with IP rights, being directly associated or indirectly associated. As I mentioned before, this study was conducted by the EU IPO and by the EPO in cooperation with the OECD. In this regard, I would also like to acknowledge the other co-organizers of this seminar, the EPO and the World Intellectual Property Organization, and thank them for the excellent cooperation established between the different IP organizations in Europe in the last years. I think this seminar, it's a good example of such cooperation. That study is also a good example of this excellent cooperation and all the benefits that we were able to generate through our programs, cooperation programs at the EU IPO, namely the Cooperation Fund, where the Latvian Patent Office plays a central role, but also the Convergence Program, are creating tangible benefits for the users. And these are examples of our cooperation established between the different IP organizations in Europe and also beyond. From our side, I would like to say that we stand ready to continue to work closely with our partners, the EPO, national offices and WIPO, in improving the IP systems, always for the benefit of the users, because they are the raison d'être of our work, the users, and we should always work for them. I hope that you enjoy this seminar and also the ceremony later this evening. I would like to thank again the Latvian Patent Office for the kind invitation addressed to the EU IPO to be associated with this event, and I would like to thank you all for your attention. Thank you.